I'm thankful for women.
Oh,
Conan.
there you go.
The greatest creatures on earth.
That's all right. We'll get behind that one.
I think women are more intelligent than men. Also, Conan, without women, there would be no cookies.
It's a bad week for the restaurant chain Hooters. The company has been forced to pay $3.75 million to settle a sex discrimination suit brought by male job applicants who claim that its policy of hiring only women is unfair. The settlement was hailed as a landmark case for guys who try to ruin everything. Finally, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people, which once again proves my theory: women can't drive. A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off, which just goes to show you Madonna's a whore. Under a new ordinance, exotic, nude, and topless dancing will be banned in any establishment selling alcoholic beverages in the city of New Iberia, Louisiana, or as I now refer to it, the most horrible place on earth. Exotic dancers say a city ordinance requiring them to keep 4 feet away from their customers will put them out of business in Shoreline, Washington. Or, as I now refer to it, Nazi Germany. It's Madonna's baby thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Funny.
Oh,
you know,
thanks.
it's, I really have to give it to that guy that's the father, you know, Carlos...
Leon.
Carlos Leon.
Or Carlos Leon, I forget which one.
Because you got to have a lot of guts. That means he had sex with Madonna without a condom. Yeah. That's great. Pop singer Madonna was outraged this week when a tabloid photographer snapped her picture while she was breastfeeding her new baby. Apparently, the baby was blocking her nipple. A celebrated fertility statue, which many believe has the power to make women pregnant, began a nationwide tour this week. The hundreds of women who claim it caused their pregnancies are of different ages, races, and religions. But they all have one thing in common. They are all dirty, dirty whores. In other show business news, it has been reported that superstar Madonna is pregnant. Although, personally, I find this a bit hard to believe. I mean, Madonna isn't even married. It's like, oh, the Learning Annex in New York is offering a new course to teach women how to smoke cigars. The fee to enroll in the class is $100. The fee to watch the class is $200. According to a new study from Yale University, in order to duplicate the physique of a Barbie doll, the average woman would have to grow to 7 feet, add 5 inches to her bust, and trim 6 inches from her waist. So, ladies, you have your mission. Now get to it. Hollywood prostitute Divine Brown has written a book describing in lurid detail exactly what she did with Hugh Grant. The book sells for $25, but for $35, she'll show you. Former British cavalry officer James. And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds, 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal.
I want the new people. Oh, hey, guess what? There's a young girl that's middling attractive that swears a lot. Let's get her. What? Is that the new fucking thing?
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman, hysterical.
Right.
Who's funnier than her?
Nobody.
No, except dudes. But,
Nobody.
but I think she spawned these other ladies that they forget that she's funny, and they think the whole point is just to be
semi-hot,
attractive, and then talk about sucking cock. And
you got to show a lot of leg. You got to show a lot of leg with little skirts on, and then talk about sucking cock and manipulating balls with your hand, and and it's hysterical.
Bring back Phyllis Diller. Some ugly old bag. Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Those are the funny ladies.
Wow.
Whoa, that is old.
The funny ladies always used to be ugly old bags.
Yeah.
Or Roseanne.
Do you know about this girl? She's mad at you. She was on the Greg Fitzsimmons show. Did you hear anything about this?
I know Greg Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, Greg does a show for us, and Greg was interviewing some girl, and she was going off.
I know who it is.
What's the girl's name?
Me and Norm have worked with her before. That's why he's going to laugh when I say the name. Laura Keitlinger. Hates your guts.
Did you know she hates you?
No.
Oh, my God. Do you want to hear the clip? All right.
When Dirty Work came out, Comedy Central had a show called Canned Ham. It promoted movies, and me and Norm did it.
Oh, she hosted.
And she was the host. And she
like her,
seemed,
right?
But she seemed fine.
You have no problem with her.
She was on SNL, too.
Listen to the comment on this, if you will.
By the way, wait, can I interrupt your old friend, Norm MacDonald? Did you guys write together on,
He's not a friend of mine.
Roseanne, right?
Well, I was just using it loosely.
Now, you had a reaction
not
just
a
now to
friend
Norm
at all.
MacDonald. Not a friend, not a fan.
You worked with him, though.
At Saturday Night Live.
Roseanne.
No, I missed him at Roseanne. Well, I came in, and he was supposed to be the my guide through SNL, and it turned out that he is a shit stirrer.
He was busy pissing in a bucket in front of people.
Well, no, he loves to pit people against each other. He used to find articles where somebody said one thing, and then he'd stand in the doorway and laugh. He'd find an article where Janine said something about Adam, and just create all this havoc. So it's funny that you said that, because he's probably one of the few people I really don't like.
Yeah.
Norm is someone who really sticks out. Well, because it was such a kind of a vulnerable time, being because it was the first time I'd ever done live TV and stuff, and he really, and for all of us, really kind of made it difficult.
Wow. I've never heard that about. Everyone loves Norm MacDonald.
I barely remember Laura from the show,
right,
except for her hit characters, obviously.
I don't even know who she is.
But
she's very talented.
She makes Morweena Banks look like Gilda Radner. But no. But I do remember that specific thing she's talking about, because Janine used to go to the press and badmouth the show.
Janine Garofalo.
Janine Garofalo used to badmouth the show. Shows on the press. So I go, hey, Adam, what the fuck is this? Janine's saying your shit and stuff like that.
And what's wrong with
creating conflict?
I think you probably upset you. I mean, you are a cast member.
I don't think that's me creating conflict.
That's Janine creating conflict.
Also, Adam was a friend of yours.
And Adam was my friend.
Right.
Listen, I didn't hang around with the ladies on the show, for God's sake, in the first place.
You didn't? What were you going to get off them?
Yeah, I mean,
isn't it weird?
They're alleged comedy, although I like Tina Fey,
You had a look of surprise on your face, even when this woman said, well, Norm was supposed to be my guide through Saturday Night Live.
Guide?
Did anyone inform you that you were her guide?
No.
There was no such mentoring program at Saturday Night Live, was it?
No, she came in directly after me, so I wouldn't be her
mentor?
Yeah, I'm not going to guide any lady through comedy. That would take me, first of all, I'd have to figure out how a lady could do comedy. And then I'd have to...
You strike me, Norm, from what I'm getting from this conversation, you are a man's man. Do you actually believe that women can't be funny? I'm being serious. Are you kind of more in the school that guys are funny comics, just somehow women can't make that transition?
Well, I don't know about you, but when I was in fucking school and shit like that, I'd be in high school, and you could hear peals of laughter, and you'd run over there, and there'd be a big group of people laughing and laughing. Who'd you see in the middle? A broad.
Surely there must be some woman. Tina Fey, you find
Tina
funny.
Fey, I find funny. Roseanne, I find incredible funny.
She's funny, yeah.
But Roseanne in a very masculine...
She's very manly.
What I mean, one of her best jokes was people say I'm too masculine. I say, suck my cock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell them your most famous joke that people say you're too masculine.
Oh, that one. Well, that was my killer joke.
Yeah.
That's my ender, closer. People say, you're not very feminine. I say, suck my dick. That's my closer.
But there's actresses like Madeline Kahn and people like that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about stand-up comedians. It's hard
What about
to find...
even Laurie Metcalf?
Laurie Metcalf is fantastic.
Unbelievable.
There we go. All right, so you're finding a few that you like. Yeah.
Fantastic comic actresses.
Right.
Fantastic comic actresses.
Stand-up comedy is a different kind of thing for some reason.
Yeah.
Why do you think it is that guys are only funny in that? What is it? What is the secret? Is it the penis? I mean, what is it? All right. right, forget it. We're not going to get any answers today.
No, I know the answer.
What is the answer?
Artie?
I mean, I just think that it's a man's world, you know. I don't.
Is that the answer, Neil?
Yeah,
Can that be the answer? It's a man's world?
I don't know. Maybe they make each other laugh. I don't know.
They
Girls
do.
do,
They
yes.
do. Chicks have stories where they make each other laugh, and they're the worst stories on the planet.
I mean, I think in a way, like since the best comedy is honesty,
Right.
Women are obviously way more dishonest than men. You know, they do. Whenever you hear women talk, it's all that they hate each other's guts, but they pretend to like each other.
It's so true. You're right.
Yeah.
I saw Sarah Silverman in concert. She was extremely
Sarah's
funny.
very
funny.
Yeah, Sarah's very funny.
She's funny like a guy, though, right?
Well,
Well, all of a sudden you're finding women funny.
Well, no, I'm saying if you read any article about Sarah, it's like she's a guy kind of.
one of my favorite jokes by
a
her.
guy?
One of my favorite jokes by her. She said years ago. I think this is Sarah's joke. I blew a Mexican last week, and I've had the shits for 3 days. I mean, that's a joke a guy would come up with.
That
But
is
she
funny.
wrote it.
I understand.
Yes, but she talks.
Norm's wrong, I understand.
But she talks in a man's voice. She doesn't talk in a woman's. She's not captured a woman's voice.
All right, whatever you say.
Robin,
Right?
he's an expert.
You wrote for Roseanne, huh?
Yeah, Roseanne was my first job, yeah. She was fantastic.
That was a great sitcom.
Unbelievable. And she was the most, she knew what she wanted in that show. It was very funny because every week, she hired me because I was a stand-up. Everybody else was Harvard writers, and she didn't care for Harvard people. And she saw me at this, so you come write. So every week, the writers would go write a sketch, very traditional sitcom sketch, and she didn't want to do that. So she'd get rid of all these
Yeah, go ahead.
Get rid of all these jokes. Why are all these people telling jokes? That's not how people act. And so they were very frustrated. Roseanne, you know, we have to fix everything for stupid Roseanne. They hated her. Then they'd hand in the thing, and the show would be great. The next week, it would repeat, the same exact dynamic would start again. They'd never go, Roseanne's right. We got to change everything.